It doesn't get much bigger than this. Jazz in the city of Vancouver. Artists from 20 countries lighting up one city with one amazing festival. Enjoy performances from musical archaeologist Pink Martini.
Maintenant une seule fleur dans mes entourages me rend malade. When he touches her.
Catch the soulful groove of Canadian songstress Ndidi Onukulu. Join an intimate performance with global star Jessie Cook. And explore Jazz Fest's colorful history, crash a midnight jam session, and meet the artists who are giving back to the next generation on the jazz scene. Welcome to the Shaw Big Summer Special. I'm Johanna Ward, and this is BC's biggest music showcase, the TD Canada Trust Vancouver International Jazz Festival. We have one full hour of music for you from stages all around the city, including the Street Festival here in historic Gastown. But this show is about more than just the notes of the music. We want to take you deeper into the stories. And what better way to do that than with the new initiative this year at the festival? Consider it an online scrapbook.
This is certainly just a glimpse of the many, many artists who are part of the jazz scene.
Now we have a song hit from 1935, that wonderful Cole Porter tune, Just One of Those Things, herbally interpreted.
JazzStreet Vancouver is an interactive website, an online scrapbook if you like, focusing on Vancouver's history told through a jazz lens. The website was put together by the Coastal Jazz Society.
We interviewed over 30 local jazz musicians, club owners, presenters, and jazz fans.
And it turned out our city was a big stop on the international jazz scene in the 1950s and 60s, with jazz clubs that rivaled New York and the Deep South attracting international acts.
One of the first engagements of Ornette was at the Cellar.
These musicians would actually come to Vancouver and they would play at the Cellar.
You go down these stairs, first of all, it's in the back alley, so right away you're off to a good start.
The Cellar was the jazz club on the West Coast in the late 1950s and 60s. The Cave and Izzy's Supper Club were the two big clubs in the 1950s and 60s, and that was sort of the downtown scene. And there was also the Cellar, which was the best jazz club to play anywhere ever in the world.
In fact, local musician Al Neal was one of the founding members of the Cellar and became known for his unconventional approach to making music.
He actually started off as a self-taught bebop pianist. They would take tapes of sounds ranging from like political speeches or breaking glass and all just kinds of different sounds, and they would play them and they would make music out of them.
Another historical jazz figure featured on JazzStreet is Eleanor Collins.
Eleanor Collins is the first jazz singer and the first black woman to host her own national weekly television series. Everyone has called her Vancouver's first lady of jazz, and she's really a pioneer in Vancouver jazz history.
We have an elegant legacy just waiting for you. There's a rhyme for your lips.
It's not just about jazz, it's also about our history. And I think people will be really interested to read about these artists.
JazzStreet is available for viewing at the Coastal Jazz website. Now, who knew Vancouver had such a colorful jazz history?